Inktober is here, and since I'm awful at planning, I have done nothing. So we're gonna do our own version. We're gonna do all black everything. Ooh. Welcome back. First of all, hello, hi, how are you? Happy spoopy season unto you. On this channel, we do a little fun art challenge where we try to take all of the art supplies that we own in one specific color and make a cohesive piece out of it. And on this day, we're going to take on the spookiest color family of all. And that means we're going to be making art in grayscale. We're not really gonna need this little thing today because we're going to be doing all of our sketching and swatching on the paper that we're going to use. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to use my marker paper or this cardstock, but based on my art supplies that I have, I'm thinking cardstock might be the best. I have a lot of paints, paint markers. You know what? Yes. Yeah, we'll do cardstock. Before we can swatch, I guess I should introduce you to the bucket of supplies. Get these in here. I have went through all of my art supplies, even the old crusty ones, and have gathered them all here for, you know, to begin this. Oh, okay. To begin the swatching process. If you've been here a minute, you might recognize this scary little box. These are my gouaches, and I always like to get this out of the way so that you guys aren't shocked at how bad of a gouache mom I am. Crusty, dusty gouaches. These two are the only ones that I'm gonna need. Can I get these cups? Oh, you, okay, go away. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Don't be like me. Luckily with gouache though, I can just reactivate them with water. I have a couple other paints. No white though. Just these. Let me try to organize these a little bit because we have paint markers, alcohol markers, colored pencils, watercolor pencils, just pretty much everything. Okay, let's go. I get really excited whenever we do this challenge, especially with the swatching process. Whenever you're just grabbing all of your stuff, you're like, oh yeah, that's gray. That's the, it's the color that you're looking for. And then once you get it swatched, you're like, where did that pink come from? It's just fun. It's like a little game almost. I also have a lot of duplicates, especially whenever it comes to the paint markers. So like, look, this one isn't even open. No need for you. I'm not opening a new one whenever I have one already at my disposal. I know I said organized, but what I mean by that is haphazardly grabbing and just putting them into designated piles. Still technically organizing, right? Maybe just not polished. You know, I do have some watercolor pencils in here, but that I feel like will be pretty obvious. And random fine liners, you can go here. Okay. I'm gonna keep this little bucket over here so that I can place them there whenever we're done. All right, I think the paints we're gonna go ahead and swatch first because obviously they're gonna take the longest to dry. So I went to go write down gouache and I never remember how to spell it. I've got it over here, it's fine. It feels just a little redundant and silly to swatch white, but you know what? It is a part of it, I guess. Hang on a second. Is this not black? Yeah, that's definitely blue. What the heckin'? Okay. Well, you got me. I guess I don't have a black gouache. That is a very easy cross out. That is not black. Let's move along to the Posca pens, I suppose. Ooh, this paper does not like my Poscas. You see that chunky texture? Gross. I also have a metallic Posca pen that is technically, what is this? Oh, silver. I could have guessed that. I haven't even used it yet, so this will be the first time I ever swatch this marker. Beautiful. Ooh. Okay, let's move on to the Arctics. Okay, I've got all of our paints on here. I think that this one is going to be a little too blue, but I'm going to let it dry and we'll go through them whenever we get done with all of our swatches. I'm going to move on to the pencils, and I think we're going to start with watercolor pencils. y'all know how I feel about watercolor. Again, swatching white for some reason. And I will label the white just so you know where the heck I actually put it. Pretty good gradient. Go ahead and start swatching our Arctic pencils. I'm putting down a pretty light circle, and then the right half I'm pressing down pretty hard so we can actually see the color that it is at full pressure. And for these, I did pull out everything that either said gray, black, or white in the name of the pencil. I figured that would probably give us a pretty good start. And we also have a metallic colored pencil. So you know what? We've got the silvers covered. It's a much subtler silver than these two. Moving right along. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do our markers because guess what? That is the last thing that we have. I'm going to start with our Ohuhu alcohol markers though, I think. I have a lot more gray family alcohol markers than I thought. Since we're going to be doing our piece today in grayscale, these swatches are not just, you know, fun to do to see all of the different colors, but completely mandatory. We're going to be working with values instead of colors today, and that is an exercise that I know that I need to improve upon. Swatches are good to have. Man, I'm realizing that some of these I just never use. I got all of our supplies swatched over here. I think I have identified all of the ones that don't technically, in my eyes, count as a gray, really. You know, I think it's time to figure out what exactly we're going to draw. My plan was to go ahead and do some sketches on the back. That way we can reference both sides. Just try not to pay attention to any of this over here. You know what? Because honestly, I'm going to be thinking about it the whole time. Problem solved. Since we are very much in the thick of spooky season, I think I want to draw like a cute little fall girly, maybe with, I don't know, like some leaves or something around her, something that really just feels like autumn. You know what? That might be a little on the nose, but I think I have found her name. If we want to lean in to spooky or Halloween, it is right around the corner. We could probably add maybe bats or maybe a full moon. Ooh, we also have those metallic markers, and so we can probably make her eyes kind of cool with those. I'm just gonna write down magical peepers. I'm gonna go ahead and put the full moon in so it kind of centers where we're gonna put her. That's a bat. We put some leaves in here too. I'm thinking about having her kind of in the middle of this wind tunnel thing. I mean, other than that face, I'm just gonna mark that out. Oh. Hello?
Hi.
You know what? I may have jumped the gun a bit. Shall we draw our character? I want her to have like a turtleneck and just like a really cozy sweater. Structured bodice. It's missing something. Oh, we could give her like a locket or something, and then maybe have it, ooh, like with the wind. Maybe it can be like kind of blowing and flipping. Oh, or the wind could be coming from that because she is autumn. Oh. I'm getting excited. I'm thinking for her hair, I just think I want it to be standard, wavy, long, maybe even like a chunky braid kind of situation. Okay, that's stinking cute. I think that will definitely give me enough of a challenge to try and stack all of these colors and elements. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna dive on in. Let's see if I can figure out this layout. I can use my compass, and that way we can have a perfect circle for our moon. See, I'm getting better. I don't think this chin is correct. I want her face to be angled more this way. I looked up a few references and man, I was way off. I wanted to have one of those braid headband type of things, just really chunky. And maybe I can even get some planes drawn in here. Not like, but like of like the face and stuff. Kind of use it as a cheat sheet for whenever we're going back through, you know? How I have her and how I know I want her to be facing, that face is still wrong. Let me see what I can do with this thinking face. Okay, I have been doodling for a minute. I did get some of the planes that I was talking about earlier done on her face. I'm not quite sure if those are going to matter at all, but we will find out. I also decided that I need to refine the sketch down here a little bit, and I realized, I should probably show you guys an update. So I've started refining her face a bit whenever I'm starting to focus on the intricate details of my favorite thing to draw. That's when I know that we are at a good place with the positioning, the pose, and all of the other good things. So we still have things to do. Oh, the whole point of me pointing out to you that we have some refining to do is because I decided on having the swirls and stuff coming out of the amulet like what we had talked about, or at least thought about. And wow, I don't know what that noise was. It sounded like a Halloween decoration. I think I want to add like little spooky ghosts and bats and like little twinkly things. I don't know, but I want to figure out the amulet piece. See, we started drawing this and I had some time to take a break and walk away. And now that I'm back, I am seeing things that I don't want in my final piece. It's always good to do that, even if you're not feeling tired of what you're drawing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Resting those peepers for just a little bit is worth taking just 30 minutes more on a piece, technically. You know, you'll be happy you did, and that is a siren's promise. Boing! Ooh, and we could do this in our, like, chromey colors. Yeah, that's good. You know what? She is the embodiment of autumn, like the entire season. And then this amulet that she has, she releases this spooky fun stuff in October. And so that's why there's like cute bats and ghosts coming out and fall leaves. I thought that made a lot of sense and I'm excited about it. Is that it? Is that all I want to figure out? We can just wing the rest, right? That's probably a healthy relationship with your art. That's what we're doing. I think it is time for the lightning and the line working. And then guess what? You'll actually be able to see all of the details that I was talking about, because right now it just kind of looks like a jumbled mess. I know what I'm looking at. I'm gonna do the line work really quick and I will be right back. I think I've gotten all of the line work down. I did have to work on this eye a little bit. I'm still not 100%. It's just gonna have to do, huh? Here is what our line work looks like after I have attempted to erase all of the graphite that I can. She's got some spots on her face, but you know, we're just gonna have to work with what we have. I actually messed up the braid because I still have not mastered how they actually are drawn. I used the white Posca marker to kind of try to use it as like, I don't know, like white out. I'm just very thankful that we're doing grayscale. Think I am going to start with our alcohol markers. Actually, Yes. Yes. I want to start with our lightest one that we have. Then we'll work our way up, I think. That's how we'll incorporate everything. I think warm gray 10 is going to be our first one. Okay. Off we go. That's so light, I don't even know if you can see that. All right. That's one down. Let's get through this. That's the worst part, is getting all of the alcohol markers out of this bucket. Is that everyone? Who was I looking for? This one next. CG01. I'm envisioning her hair being pretty dark, so I feel like we're going to be building up this hair for quite a while. I think I want her sweater to feel a little bit warmer, so I'm going to use our red gray. I think it'll look nice. Well, hold on a second. Red gray or yellow gray? I think yellow gray. Also using the warm grays to warm up her face a little bit. She was looking a little too like a stone or a dead person. So now we only have one alcohol marker left. That's black. So I'm going to reserve that for a little later. I'll just put this up here. Next, we're going to do... I wanted to do the random markers because we're already on markers. Let's just get them out of the way. You know, I'm also going to reserve the silvers because I think I want those for like finishing touches. You know, sparkly bits. Duh. And that's enough Crayola. Save this Sharpie too. Next up, I think we've got our paint pens. I mean, we're moving right along, I think. Come on, all of you guys. Out. Out with ye. Get myself organized and get these knocked out. The last of our Arctic's paint pens. A little bit is so cute. Oh, this is another silver guy. So you go up here. So we just have these for the Poscas to do. And the watercolor pencils and the gouache. We'll do those real quick. Gosh, I'm just all over the place. Gouache first. I'm hoping that with the gouache and the watercolor pencils, it can have more character and texture. Hopefully it'll separate the back from the like smoke trails that we have. At the end of the day, I'm just happy that her beard got covered up. See what I can do with these watercolor pencils. My biggest gripe about watercolor pencils is usually the same thing everybody else's is, and that is that you can normally see your stroke marks like with the pencil lines even after you kind of zhuzh it out. But for a piece like this where I'm really enjoying the texture, I'm not mad about it. A little bit of our white, and look at that, our watercolor pencils are done. That makes me happy because that means no more watercolor. And yeah, that's fine. Let me get a new puddle of these guys out. That's way too much, but these are like 25 cents each, so it's okay. Move on to our color pencils. I think I'm going to use our very last supply, which is our chrome Sharpie, to do my signature, and then we will be done. Okie dokie, artichokes. Are you ready to see it? Da 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 da. Here it is, all done. All of our gray, black, and white art supplies all in one piece for our spooky season. I really do love how she turned out. Do I still have a lot to learn whenever it comes to grayscale and values? I certainly do. But all in all, I am super happy with it, especially because the ugly phase always gets me. I obviously had a blast putting this little sweetie together, and I am really quite happy to get the blacks and grays and things out of the way. We have a few more colors to do. I don't know which one to do next. Maybe you can let me know which one you would like to see. And if you haven't seen the other colors that we've done, there is a sweet little playlist right up here that you can click on and give your peepers a watch. Thank you for hanging out with me today while we doodled this sweet little spooky season lady with the inspiration from Inktober. If you doodled along or participated in your own little art challenge, please post your creations on social media and tag me. You can find me here on Instagram and here on Blue Sky. We also have a community tab here on YouTube because I would love to see absolutely anything that you create. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a whole bunch. And until I see you next week, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Bye-bye.